वेलकम गाइस अगेन इनटू माय चैनल। सो आज हम फर्स्ट स्टेप करेंगे फॉर आवर सीरीज नेटवर्क ऑटोमेशन. What we'll do is we'll install the Oracle virtual box to set up the VM under which we are going to perform multiple things. So दो तीन मार्केट में है लाइक VMware, then Oracle, ये सब प्रोवाइड करते हैं virtual box where we can initialize the VM. So we'll download it from the Oracle VirtualBox site. For Windows host, we'll download. ये डाउनलोड जैसे ही खत्म होता है we'll open the folder जहाँ पे डाउनलोड हुआ है. थिंक ये रहा. डबल क्लिक ऑन इट. and install. So ये इंस्टॉल करेगा अपना VM ये लोकेशन पे. आपको चाहिए तो चेंज कर सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट सेम रखो तो ज़्यादा सही है. नेक्स्ट, नेटवर्क इंटरफेस रीसेट होगा, दैट इज फाइन. क्लिक ऑन यस, यस एंड इंस्टॉल. एक बार इंस्टॉल हो गया देन विल स्टार्ट इट जस्ट टू सी दी इंस्टॉलेशन इज फाइन और कुछ गड़बड़ तो नहीं है, वो चेक कर लेंगे. ठीक है, ये हो गया अपना वर्चुअल बॉक्स. तो यहाँ पे हम इंपोर्ट करेंगे डिफरेंट ISO फाइल्स, इमेज फाइल्स ऑफ वॉट एवर यू वांट. अगर आपको ubuntu चाहिए तो ubuntu का ISO फाइल लेंगे, विंडोज़ का लेंगे, एंड देन we'll see how it goes. Okay, so ये virtual box है, we already installed. I also tested some of the ISO files, right? अभी हम क्या करेंगे, we'll add one more ISO file. Okay, so for Windows, let's search how to download the ISO file for Windows, and we'll get the Microsoft result of it. So if you see, if you click on this using the tool to create ISO file, you will have the options to option and steps to search how to create an ISO file for Windows. Yeah, you can create for any of the version of this Windows, that is fine, and you can save it as an ISO file. So this will be helpful. I'll paste this link in the description so you guys can do it. For now, I have this Windows VM which I am going to use to create a virtual machine, right? Name it something like Windows test, and we go to next. Then we can set the base memory here. The base memory is nothing but RAM we want to allocate to a machine, right? So we can set it up to a limit whatever we have in our physical machine. Out of that we can give 4 GB, 2 GB, whatever we want, right? And there is one more thing, this RAM is being utilized only when the VM is turned on. So when the VM is off, this RAM is not going to utilize in Oracle VM box. Yeah, so that is it. You can drag over it to get the uh, desired RAM. You can also select the CPUs. If you have 4 CPUs, you can select 2 or 1, whatever is needed. Then you can select the size of an hard disk. For now, I will just assign a 50 GB because I have 50 GB is sufficient for our work. Then we click next. All the settings are done. We click finish and we see our new machine already there, right? We trying to power it up, and we will see that we go through the setup of Windows whatever we have, right? So it will start the VM and install the Windows in our virtual machine. Let's wait for some time. Yeah, so now we are seeing setup is starting, right? So it's kind of installing Windows in our local machine. Uh, the same steps we are going to do in virtual machine as well. So you will see a window pop up like the yeah, and now we see it is installing all the files. So it will take some time. I'll be back once this is done and resume the video after it. Meanwhile, this is running. I want you guys to show some of the settings of uh, network interface of this VM. जैसे कि आप इसमें इंटरनेट यूज करना चाहते हो और कुछ भी डाउनलोड करना चाहते हो तो you will need some network connection for that VM, right? So you can set up it right from here. Let's say I have this one more instance of Windows. So when I go to settings, I have multiple options like Windows name, the version, system is the same one we set up at the start, right? Base memory मतलब RAM कितना है उसका, and processor कितने असाइन किए हैं, और एग्जीक्यूशन कैप कितना है, 100% सीपीयू यूज करेगा या फिर 80%, डिस्प्ले का, मेमोरी, ये सब तो it's not that much important, but the important part is here in audio. You need to enable audio if you are going to use it. So both output and input, तभी आपका माइक यूज होगा, तभी आपको कुछ सुनाई देगा. And audio controller is Intel HD audio in my case. Network adapter. So VirtualBox core network adapter provide करता है, uh, which you can select. There are many options. So for now, if I show you, there is one network adapter one. I enabled it, and it's a breached adapter to my local machine. So the adapter is breached. So whatever I have in my local machine will get used in the VM. So for now, I'm using this Wi-Fi adapter because I have the Wi-Fi connected. If you have your Ethernet cable, you need to select Ethernet connection in here. So this will bridge to the VM, and VM will also be able to use the internet connection from your local PC. Likewise, adapter 2, 3, 4, this will come into picture when we connect this VM to GNS, right? Because let's say we have this VM and we want to connect it to particular switch, interface of a switch. So that interface should connect to this network adapter, which is empty and not attached. So it should be not attached in here to get the information. Serial ports, not that we want to use. USB also, I don't think we are going to use it. Shared folders. So what you can do if you want to share some of the folders from your local machine to the guest VM, then you can add any of the folder in here, folder path, folder name, and you can mount it on the VM on particular drive. Let's say on to C drive, D drive. So you can mention that. And user interface. So what thing, like how it's get viewed in the VM window. So this will come after we set up the VM fully. So this is what the settings of a particular VM machine. Okay, so after about half an hour, Windows has booted. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से from here in the view we can select our view if you want full screen mode or a window size. So I'll opt for a full screen mode. So this is our VM, right? I already have my username set up at the time of booting, so it's coming. And there are a couple of important things to enable the sharing clipboard. Sharing clipboard means आपको अगर local machine से guest machine में copy paste करना है, so you need to share your clipboard. For that, you need to install the guest OS in this VM. So if you see here, insert guest edition CD image, right? So if you click on it, it will mount a CD in your drive, right? Let's check. Okay, so if we see this, we have this CD drive showing in here. If you open this, you need to install this VXbox Windows Edition. Just double click on it and it will run like any other software. And after that, you should be able to enable the setting clipboard, right? Once you do this, I have already done. So if I do it again, it will start uninstalling the guest thing, but I don't want it. So what I'll do, after you guys do this, you need to make another change in devices and shared clipboard. It should be bidirectional, right? So once you select bidirectional, you should be able to copy from the local machine to your guest machine, right? And if you also see the network adapter, it's showing internet connected, right? And it is using our breached Wi-Fi network that I have shown earlier. So that is it. If I just try to run google.com, it should open it. Yeah. So that is it for VM VirtualBox. If you guys have any queries and you are not able to set up your VM, then you can post in comments and I'll try to help you as much as I can. But I think if you search your errors and other things on Google, you'll find out the resolution quite quickly. So do not hesitate to mention your problem in comment, and yeah, hopefully this will help you guys.